Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about two major lenders that have cut mortgage rates to less than 4%. I'm going to talk about who they are, what sort of fees they've got, what sort of loan to value you're going to need on these ones, and are more lenders likely to do this as well? We're going to talk about what's going on in the market and why they're doing this now, because the Bank of England hasn't got any rate cuts expected quite that soon. So if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit the bell notification. We hit 38,000 subscribers very easily over the weekend. We're on the way to 39,000 subscribers. You can see around this video how close we are, so do subscribe. And let's get some more views on this video by smashing like, tickling like, doing something to that like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps get more views on the channel. So thanks to everyone that does that. So the market is slowing down. So I just want to explain what's going on. So right now, if you call an estate agent or you call a solicitor, they're very, very busy. And these are deals that started in October, November, December, and they're people that are trying to get chains through, purchases through, by the stamp duty deadline, which is the end of this month. On April the 1st, stamp duty increases significantly for a lot of people, especially first-time buyers. Now, you might not be a first-time buyer buying a property and think, well, that doesn't impact me. But it does if someone in your chain does. The whole chain could collapse, and that's why there's a lot of urgency at the moment. And transaction volume is going to be high for the first quarter of 2025. But now the market is showing indications that it's going to slow down. Traffic to Rightmove is down. Applications for viewings are down with agents as well. So we can understand that going forward, the spring is going to be a lot quieter than it normally would. So right now, lenders, they're aware, they know who's making inquiries, they know who's looking to get a valuation, get a remortgage, change deal at the moment, and they can see that that's starting to slow down. So they want to do something about this, and they did this exactly the same last year. So at the beginning of the year, last year, it was very quiet. In the summer, they started cutting rates even before the Bank of England did. So who's cut rates at the moment? Nationwide have just cut their rates. And so Nationwide is always competitive. This is the actual Nationwide brand. They have other brands as well under Nationwide. They've got Virgin Money. And if you're a buy-to-let investor, they've got the Mortgage Works. They're very, very aggressive, and often they have the best rates in the market. They must, I need to look this up, but they must have a big chunk of mortgages on their books because they are always the best deals at the moment. And so they are doing a deal with a rate of 3.99%, which is pretty good. The fees on this deal are £999, which isn't bad. There was a lender, I can't recall who it was, about 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a lender that was the first to go back under that 4% threshold, and their deal had £2,000 fees. So we're moving in the right direction. I remember when you used to get cash back getting a mortgage, or you had fees that were zero. Those days aren't here at the moment. They will come back at some point when the market needs it, but right now they don't need to. The loan to value on this one is 60% loan to value. What does that mean? It means you need a 40% deposit, outrageously high if you're a first time buyer, or you need 40% equity in the property to be able to do this. Now that is a lot of the market. A lot of the market have owned their properties for years or decades and do have at least 40% equity. So that's good, positive. Definitely go and check out Nationwide and see how they do. Next, let's have a look at the other lender is Barclays. And so if you followed this channel for a while, hint, if you didn't subscribe earlier, do subscribe and hit the bell, because just this week, we've done one of the first videos on the renters' rights before everybody else and the leasehold reform, making leaseholds common hold. Those two videos, leasehold was yesterday, renters' rights was 4 days ago. Go and check those out. If you click where it says Property Accelerator below, that will take you to the channel. Click videos and you'll be able to see those videos. Tens of thousands of people watch those. So do go and check those out. But yeah, if you're a long-term viewer, you'll know when we do mortgage roundup videos, which we need to get back to doing because we just haven't had the time to do them with all the stuff that's been going on in the market. I promise they're coming back. Barclays have always been aggressive on pricing. So you'll see Nationwide was often one of the cheapest, or at least Virgin Money, their other brand, was one of the cheapest, most competitive lenders out there. Barclays also did very, very well. They always were there with NatWest. Barclays and Nationwide were always fighting to be the cheapest in the market. So Barclays have done a deal, which is a different type of deal here. It's 3.96%, but it's a green deal, which I said you would start to see more of. Fees are lower, 899. So not too bad on fees. Definitely they're moving in the right direction. What does a green deal mean? It's nothing to do with EPCs. So this is for new build properties that are in a green scheme. They are they're working towards being greener for the environment. Yes, the EPCs will be better than other properties, but you couldn't get a property, even if it was an old property that was an A, and get this deal. It has to be a deal that's in a certain scheme. So if you're looking for a new build property, have a look on the energy efficiency and check if it is in the green scheme. Check Barclays website. They'll have all the details that you need on that. This one as well is 60% loan to value, meaning as well, you need a 40% deposit if it's a new purchase, which it probably is in this scenario, or 40% equity. Now, you could do this still, because this isn't going to work necessarily for first-time buyers unless you've got very deep pockets. But it still could be a new purchase because you could be selling an older property and buying this property. That's how that could still work for you. So it's not for first-time buyers. Could be if you've got a massive deposit, but it's for anyone buying a new property under this scheme. I did say in a video on my predictions on mortgages that I did recently, lenders will start being better to greener properties. They will give you a better rate on that. Go and check out that video. We talked about green properties. We talked about 70-year mortgages and various other ways that lenders are just going to eke more money and profit out of you and pass your debt onto your children or somebody else in the future. So, in summary, 2 lenders have cut rates below 4%. Are others likely to do it? Yes. I think you'll see a flurry of activity and other lenders doing this now as the market slows down. Because let's be honest, if you went to an estate agent now, you found a deal that you really, really liked, even if you were a cash buyer, you'd struggle to get that deal completed before that stamp duty increase. And that is why the market is going to slow down. People are going to reevaluate and see what happens. It's going to probably take a few rate cuts in order to stimulate the market, either from the mortgage lenders or the Bank of England. Something needs to be done to get the market moving again. Let me know your thoughts, questions, observations, or opinions below, or even if it's just to say hi. That engagement really helps with the channel. Do smash like, do subscribe, and check out all the other videos on the channel, including this one right here.